Alright, welcome back to Team Review Episode 2. I gotta find a new name for this, but for now, that's what we're rocking with. Alright, we had people send their teams in on Twitter and on Discord. We started with Discord first last time, so let's start on Twitter, and then maybe I'll work to Discord this episode as well. And yeah, let's get into it, man. Alright, so first we got Chapo 6 Foe, 15 out of 15 out of position All-Star Athletes, best team in the game right now, in my opinion. Alright, yeah, you can, I'm a little different. I personally don't think they're the best. I just think that some of them are a little weaker than others. But at the same time, they're the funnest. They're the most fun team in the game. So let it ride. All right, he's got Kyle Long, Quentin Nelson, must-have card. Not must-have cards. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Kyle Long, kind of a must-have card, but Quentin Nelson, you don't need it. You don't even need Kyle Long. You just need 0 AP pass pro and run pro on your O-line. At least pass pro. And then you're chilling. Maybe some all days in there. Maybe omniscient. But yeah, and then you got Taysom and then Vernon at backup. So so you got what I can assume is Yakum up on Vern, and then you're using Taysom. Alright, and then you got Anger runs here, 3 AP on Derrick Henry. I didn't even know that was possible. And 0 AP on your QB. This is a toter. Are you toting the rock, buddy? Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. But I will say, if you're a passer, this is not great. But as a runner, I mess with it. I don't know what Taysom Hill's got going on. As long as he's got Gunslinger and some kind of like backyard QB or something. And yeah, then you're chilling. Conductor maybe. Yeah. Cool. All right. So the only thing I will say about this team, and this is why I'm kind of against it being like your whole team. I mean, honestly, you worked it out pretty well though, because I guess you don't need the third Colossus. It's just that you don't have any avalanches anywhere, and Randy Moss has 2 AP Universal, 2 AP Universal, 2 AP Universal. When like your safeties only need deep zone, mid zone, and pick artists, that's pretty much universal at safety for 0 AP on a lot of cards. And CB realistically only needs like deep out in mid zone and pick artists, but they could use flat zone as well. So it's like you're paying an extra 6 AP when you don't need to, and you could get Ted Hendricks with Avalanche. And his KOs, and on top of that with the extra, so that'd be 3 AP. You'd have an extra 3 AP for, you know, Colossus, Danielle Hunter. Take the AP from Peppers and the last AP you had free, and you can get Avalanche and Enforcer Supreme on Derrick Henry to counter all the tanks out there. That's what I would do. Again, I'm very strict with like 10 out of 10 teams, but I did say I was going to rate teams now. And I will say on a fun scale, this is a 10. And on like a competitive scale, I'd probably say the offense abilities kind of kill it a little bit. And the fact that you're kind of overpaying on some of these abilities, but it's not like the end of the world. I would say the defense is like an 8.8, and the offense is like on a competitive scale, like a 7, maybe an 8, maybe 7. I'll give it like a 7.5, just because the QB is really messed up, overpaying on Derrick Henry. Yeah, that's what I would say. John Ross and Ed Too Tall backup and John Ross backup though. That is kind of fire. So yeah, I mean, varies to person, but on a competitive scale, I do think this is a little bit lower. But on a fun scale, it's 10 out of 10. All right, so I just want to come in real quick. First off, I'm going to say on a competitive scale too much. I think I got to find a better word for that. I'm just basically, you know what that means. I feel like that's just an easy idea for you to know what it means. And two, I know I rated some of these, but you might think is very low. But the difference between, I would honestly, that last one I just did, looking back at it, I think I want to give it like a 9.2. Looking back at it, I think it's actually a lot better than 8.8. I think it's at least 9.2, 9.4. But this is what pretty much to me is a 10, like pretty much a 10 out of 10. I could add like 1 or 2 players that I can't really think of off the top of my head, but a 10 out of 10 in my eyes is 3 Colossuses while being able to have all KOs everywhere, and being able to have Avalanche and Forces Supreme on Derrick Henry, because there's so many tanks that there's literally no point to Avalanche at user. At safety is fine because some wide receivers don't, but at user, and he can also like in the middle of a tackle battle and you hit stick him, you might get it as well. And he has Enforcer, by the way. But Enforcer Supreme goes through tank, so you get that. And I have this stack on Ted Hendricks. I know a lot of people had Ted Hendricks stack messed up. Mid zone, Enforcer, deep zone KO, Avalanche. Boom. Right? You got that. So, and then I have 3 Colossus as well. And then I have Isaiah Simmons with reinforcement in the slot. And then I have just every KO you need on all these TVs. I have to fix Richard Sherman because I just had him at safety, but I just bought Ted Hendricks, so we're gonna rock him. But again, like AP at this point, stats is cool, height is cool, but it's not like height isn't as good as it used to be, and the AP on those All Star Elite cards are just not it, man. Like a lot of them aren't it. Like that, that Calvin, it's okay. The stack is okay. It's not great. Same with the whatever other cards, right? It's just like every AP matters right now, and if you can get this O line, this D line, I mean, you could just get Barno. If you have Larry Allen, Ed Too Tall, and Barno, I'll stick. That's cool too. And then maybe you'll have 2 extra AP to get like a universal somewhere. But other than that, I still think 3 Colossuses is just broken. I still have to test to see if it's better than Unstoppable Force and a 1v1, just because somebody asked me to. But I really don't. I really think it's way better than Unstoppable Force in my opinion. But without further ado, let's go back to the video. Okay. 2020 Packers, Cowboys, Vikings. Not a huge theme team guy right now. I don't believe in them super heavy, but hey. Whoa. Get the brightness up on this Larry all the way. All right. Charlie Ward, again, it looks like he just has he gift wrapped. I hope he has backyard QB for 0. If he has that, then maybe you're chilling, but backyard QB and conductor, gunslinger, set feet lead, or pass lead elite are kind of must-haves if you want to pass right now. But you don't even need set feet lead or pass lead elite. You don't need it, but it's definitely very helpful. So it depends on that stack, but we'll let it ride. You know what I'm saying? 1 AP on Ed Too Tall for Yak 'em Up. I love that. Angry runs. Okay. All right. Me personally, I would just rock tank, but if you have the free AP, you have the free AP. You know what I'm saying? Again, like you have 10 mil at this point. I would literally just get like the team of the year guys on right tackle, left tackle, and you save yourself 2 more AP, and you can stack up Charlie Ward a little bit more, or get Yak 'em Up Vernon Davis. And then, oh, geez. Yeah, everyone's got these all-star teams built out. Calvin, 1 AP. I do remember, I'm pretty sure I remember him getting a 1 AP stack. But Ted Hendricks, on the other hand, you have Marcus Stroud, too, without it? What is this? You have 11? All right, hold on here. So, where is your AP? All right, so you got Colossus here, which is good. 1 AP and Edelman, I don't know his stack. This should be like, if you're going to use Charlie Ward, you're probably going to need Universal. Ted Hendricks, the whole point of this card being good is the fact that you can have deep out in mid-zone, pick artist, and avalanche for 3 AP. That's kind of like his thing. And then honestly, I think Derrick Henry is better than DeForest Buckner. He's shorter, but he moves way better. And a cheaper stack as well. So like if you could free up 1 AP somewhere, like I don't know, if you could find some AP somewhere by maybe getting Team of the Year or Ring of Honor slots or outside guys, you'd free up some AP. You'd be able to also activate Randy. I mean, having just mid-zone's okay, but with how many double me's are out right now and how hard people are targeting them, you kind of want it. So, I don't know. Again, on a fun scale, this is a 10. On a competitive scale, the offense is really good. Again, the QB, though, where too many people are sacrificing QB for all these extra abilities, which is like okay, you can sacrifice it a little bit, but you should have like Bo Nix. Like I feel like Bo Nix is the best player for a sacrifice of AP. That's what I did. You can even make him a one AP stack if you don't use Pass Lead Elite, or if you want to use Pass Lead Elite, it's 4 AP, which is what I use. And then you could free up some AP, but I know Charlie Ward doesn't get the God stack, or at least anywhere near it, for the price, and he doesn't really throw that fantastic. But again, you can make it happen. I would give the defense like a 7.5, just because the abilities. The cards themselves great, but the abilities just are lackluster. And offense, I'd probably if the QB was Bo Nix with 1 AP and just not using Pass Lead Elite, I'd give this offense a 10. But with the QB, I would probably say like a 8.5, maybe 9. I'd give it a 9. Again, new shiny card doesn't mean good card. Combine corners, I still think are the best in the game. I still think some of the Ring of Honor guys are still some of the best in the game. I still think a lot of those old cards are god. So, 40-40 Packers, okay. All right, he's got the okay. Okay, this is looking pretty. I'm messing with it. I'm pretty sure he's got tank on Jimmy Graham here. He's got Bo Nix. He's got Anthony Edwards, and he made room for Calvin too. I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this a lot. I would say this offense is a 10. This is a 10. And that's a 10 offense for sure. This is kind of what I'm looking for, right? This is the god. He's also got Vikings, no? Oh, Packers he wasn't on the Packers. Randy McDaniel was in Packers, but maybe 97 speed with tank. Cool enough for me. Okay, we budgeted out on the defense. All right, Thursday when Ted Hendricks prices go down, you can literally get the same AP stack for deep out, deep in, mid zone, pick artist, and avalanche, for this exact price. Two Colossuses. All right. I don't know who you took for your free card. I hope you didn't take an older one. I hope for your free card you either took Calvin. You probably took Calvin. I'm just gonna stop talking. You probably took Calvin. Blackman 1 AP. Where does he come into play? If anything, you should be loop. You could loop him, I guess, but you shouldn't have to spend AP on a looper really, unless it's like mid zone. Okay, you got good slots. Oh, maybe he's a slot. He could be a slot. Okay, 1 AP on Tony G. Again, I still think Byron is like CB2 right now. I think Pat P and Byron are CB1 and 2. Isaiah Simmons could be safety 1 if you wanted to, or I'd put like a Ring of Honor safety like Ryan Clark. Brian Thomas, he's cool. You can use him, or you could use, maybe Sean T, or if you wanted to really get them avalanches, you could get Ted Hendricks. But I think the defense is probably, like, I'd still give this defense a really high scale. It's still got 2 Colossuses. It's got good DBs for the most part. I would just change this guy and your user. And once you do that, I would give this defense a 9.5. But until then, once you can upgrade your user and you can upgrade your free safety, I'd give it like an 8.8. Because this is really good. That's one of the best defenses I'm seeing so far. He's using his AP correctly, which is good. Which is very, very, very good. Okay, Jason Peters, you shouldn't have to use AP on this. Who is this? This is the real Croc. Oh yeah, that was Big Za, by the way. And Danny Schmidt. Sorry, I gotta start saying names. Okay, this is the real Croc. Okay. Penne, not a good QB. He's a fun QB. If this is a fun card and you're just using him for fun, keep going with him. If you're looking for some competitive cards, Penne Sewell is not your answer. But that's up to you. Rob Gronkowski, that's a cool card. I don't know if you're doing it for I don't know if you're running like a bucks. Oh, you're running $40. Okay. Yeah. I mean, what was the other one? Seahawks. Okay. Marshawn Lynch and the Doug Martin. So Marshawn's 99 speed. It's not bad. I do think you're heavily targeting your theme team when you could just get Vernon Davis and he'll be way better. Just by a lot. Like, he'll be instantly better. Calvin's good. Feel like you're kind of using your AP where you don't need it. Like, you don't need AP on Jason Peters. Maybe you could use AP. I don't know how these guys' stacks look. I know Lincoln Kennedy needs one, but okay. And then I'm assuming this is route tech. It's not bad. It's not bad. The QB, all you need to upgrade is your QB and your tight end to Vernon Davis. Tight end Vernon Davis, QB Bo Nix. Unless you don't have any tokens, then just upgrade your QB to I don't know, maybe Flash. Okay. Good corner. Shouldn't have to spend 1 AP on him though. This should be a 0 AP card. Take whatever AP you're spending on this card, take it off. That's pointless. Like, there's not a single good ability that costs points. Cam Chancellor, again, I don't think you need to spend AP on this card. You should just have deep out, deep in, mid zone pick artist for 0 AP, and then whatever else is free, like tip drill. Jimmy Graham, that makes sense. I think he's a 2 AP card. Charlie Ward, okay, universal if you play man with him, sure. If not, I'd probably just get like a team of the year guy. That I think Pat Surtain gets 0 AP mid flat pick artist. No Colossuses. That's gonna hurt. I'm not gonna lie. No Colossus is gonna kind of hurt the scale because how many Colossuses you can get right now. You could get a free Larry Allen, or you can get a free Marcus Stroud, or you can get a cheap Daniil Hunter, or you can get free Ed Too Tall if you picked him. If you didn't, I don't know who you would have picked. Please don't tell me you probably picked free Calvin. That makes sense. But yeah, any of those guys, those are all gods. You should have a bare minimum 1, but hopefully 2. Then yeah, okay, all right. I would fix your AP on Cam, fix your AP on Pat Pete, get Vernon or get Daniil Hunter if you have tokens. If you don't, it doesn't look like you do. Maybe get Larry Allen in the middle, and then get a new left end. Maybe try to find some AP between these guys. These are good users, but they're just a little expensive for what you have. I mean, honestly, you know what? I don't know what you run on defense, so I'll give the defense like you have the correct players, just the wrong abilities on DBs, and you have Charlie Ward's fine. Maybe just get a Colossus here and there. I would, just because no Colossuses alone is probably gonna knock it down a little bit, just because it's so OP and it's so available. I would say defense is like a 7. But it's so close, and then the offense, just the Penny Sewell kind of kills it, unless it's a fun card and competitive skill. On a fun scale, again, really fun team. This is a competitive skill again, so that's what I go off of, like how good it is online, not like, you know, if you're having a fun team and I give it a 7, like, you know, don't take my, you don't have to change anything, you know. But, and then the offense, I would give it like the wide receivers are good. Tight end could be better. QB could be better. You could find some better AP here, like Team of the Year, Combine, Ring of Honor. So overall, the offense is probably like a 6. Like, I mean, maybe 6.5. 6.5. But you got coin to work with, so like, hey, it's there, bro. It's there. Overall, like, again, a 6.5 is still really good, by the way. I'm just really harsh on my ratings. These are all just God squads, and there is not a single team that hasn't been a God squad yet. Great. Love the O-line, by the way. This is like, you won't have to touch this O-line for the rest of the year. Don't have to touch it unless you get a free left guard just because he's out of position. But he should play fine anyways. Jimmy Graham. Okay, you're spending 4 AP on 2 tight ends. Okay, all right. Alvin Kamara, that's a cool card. That's a fun card. Saints. Oh, you're using Saints. That's why. All right, either way, though, like, unless you sub him at wide receiver, you might as well just put him, sub him in at wide receiver maybe, or throw him in. Oh, no, he's at receiver. For a Saints theme team, this is a god. For a Saints theme team, this is a god. I didn't pick up on that. Okay, 40 out of 40, I'm assuming. Okay. Yeah, the offense for a theme team scale is a 10, but on a competitive scale is obviously going to be knocked down if it's a strict theme team outside of O-line. I would say, like, this is probably like a 7. The O-line and tight ends are hard carrying a little bit, and Taysom Hill's not terrible, and wide receiver is cool, but yeah. And then Malcolm Jenkins, 5 AP. Hello. Whoa. Okay, and then 2 AP on Universal, brother. You're using 9 AP on your DBs, bro. Yeah, we got to work something out here. I know it's your Saints and stuff. Maybe you can keep. I would find a way to take maybe 3 AP off Malcolm, or 2 AP if you can. He should be like a 3 AP stack. Jimmy Graham, you can use him. He's one of your goats. I can see that. I would get Byron here. That's the upgrade I would make. Is Byron Jones here? Free up 2 AP, and then free up 1 AP on Drell. Sell this card if you can. If he's B&D, then just use him. But if you can sell this card, I would sell him and get Larry Allen or Ed Too Tall. One of the two. Because I don't think you have tokens. Unless you have tokens, you can get Daniil Hunter too. You just should get like 1 Colossus. On a competitive scale, again, I'm going to say that a lot. I know I keep saying that. Just on a gameplay scale, I would say defense is like low-key. Like, this is higher than it looks. I mean, no Colossus kind of kills it. But if we don't look at the Colossus, the DBs are like an 8. I would give this overall defense like a 7. And then the offense like an 8. So 7.5 overall. All right, I was going to go into Discord for this video, but I did not have much time to edit. I'm on a kind of a time crunch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the Discord tomorrow. It's a little bit longer, so I might as well just put it all together tomorrow. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys want to see, if you guys want to come check out the YouTube, also just drop a follow, drop a like, drop a sub. Sorry, I'm making no sense here. If you guys want to watch the Twitch, I'm on Twitch every day pretty much. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I post on there all the time. And yeah, that's about it. I will catch you guys. Links are in the description. Peace.